not over. Poor Meghan having sleepless night as ANL insists on appeal to the British Supreme Court. Meghan Markle's legal fight in regards to the personal letter she sent to her father may not yet be over, as Associated Newspapers announced it is considering another court appeal. Meghan issued a triumphant statement on Thursday morning after the Court of Appeal ruled in her favour, upholding the High Court judge's decision over her privacy case. However, the defendant in the case and publisher of the MailOnline and Mail on Sunday, Associated Newspapers, announced in a statement it is considering an appeal to the British Supreme Court. The statement read, "We are very disappointed by the decision of the Court of Appeal. It is our strong view that judgment should be given only on the basis of evidence tested at trial, and not on a summary basis in a heavily contested case, before even disclosure of documents. No evidence has been tested in cross-examination, as it should be, especially when Mr. Knauf's evidence raises issues as to the Duchess's credibility." After People magazine published an attack on Mr. Markle, based on false briefings from the Duchess's friends wrongly describing the letter as a loving letter, it was important to show that the letter was no such thing. Both the letter and People magazine also seriously misrepresented the reasons for Mr. Markle's non-attendance at the royal wedding. The articles corrected these matters and raised other issues of public interest, including the reasons for the breakdown in the relationship between the Duchess and her father. "We are considering an appeal to the Supreme Court in the United Kingdom." The Associated Newspapers statement also mentioned a People article, referring to a story published by the US magazine in early 2019 in which 5 friends of Meghan anonymously defended the Duchess and spoke about her father. Meanwhile, a legal expert has called Meghan's court win against Associated Newspapers today a troubling judgment which sets a dangerous precedent for media outlets in the future. Matthew Dando, a media lawyer and partner at Wiggin LLP, told Richard Palmer, Express Royal editor, "This is a troubling judgment which has very concerning consequences for freedom of expression." He added, "By preventing key evidence being heard regarding the preparation of the Duchess letter and its intended audience, the Court of Appeal has presumptively elevated the Duchess' privacy rights over matters of public interest and freedom of expression. This decision heightens concerns that privacy laws permit public figures selectively to determine what can be reported about them and manipulate the media narrative. It also sets a dangerous precedent that anyone arguing against that status quo may not even be entitled properly to test the claimant's evidence in court." The MailOnline and Mail on Sunday later published, in February 2019, extracts from the Duchess' private and personal letter to Mr. Markle over 5 articles. A few months later, in October 2019, Prince Harry announced in a statement his wife the Duchess of Sussex had decided to sue Associated Newspaper, the publisher also of the Daily Mail. Meghan claimed the Associated Newspaper's articles containing her letter misused her private information, infringed her copyright and breached the Data Protection Act. Following the judgment by the Court of Appeal, the Duchess of Sussex issued an impassioned and scathing statement, saying, "This is a victory not just for me, but for anyone who has ever felt scared to stand up for what's right. While this win is precedent-setting, what matters most is that we are now collectively brave enough to reshape a tabloid industry that conditions people to be cruel, and profits from the lies and pain that they create. From day one, I have treated this lawsuit as an important measure of right versus wrong. The defendant has treated it as a game with no rules." She claimed, the longer they dragged it out, the more they could twist facts and manipulate the public, even during the appeal itself, making a straightforward case extraordinarily convoluted in order to generate more headlines and sell more newspapers, a model that rewards chaos above truth.